what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm at the Tampa Bay Convention Center for the 2019 International New Car Show, walking around, and of course, when I see one, I'm gonna stop. We have a brand new 2019 Corvette ZR1, but guess what? This is the first convertible that I have seen personally, and I know that Tom has seen, so that's why I wanted to bring it to you. So let me give you a little history about the Corvette. Corvette's been around since 1953, and guess what? What's funny is, if you like white, that was the only color you could get a Corvette in, white with red interior. This one doesn't have red interior, but it is finished in that beautiful white paint job. What's interesting is that in previous years, you could not get a ZR1 convertible. You couldn't even get a ZR1 automatic. But guess what? With the 2019, you could have your cake and eat it too. And when we talk about power, beneath that hood, you're looking at 755 horsepower, so much power that they have 13 radiators to cool this beast. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front of this Corvette. So from the start, I like what they did with the ZR1 finally. They made it distinctive. If you look at some of the other years of ZR1s, you had to really know what you were looking for. But right off the bat, this whole front fascia is ZR1 specific. I love the massive radiator openings because, like I said, 13 radiators, you're gonna need to get a lot of air into that. You can see the lower lip splitter down here, finished in beautiful carbon fiber. This is a 3LT option one. I love the front. There's our traditional Corvette badging. Remember, Corvette is America's really true sports car. It's been that way since 1953. The only year that they didn't make a Corvette for actual sale was 1983. They sold the 1984s late in 83, but there's no actual 83. They only made 3 pre-production ones. One of them is at the Corvette Museum. But I love the front. When we look at the hood, you're probably wondering, hey, what's going on here? What they did was they increased the supercharger on the ZR1 compared to the Z06, because remember, the Z06 Corvette is also supercharged, but guess what? That's not as powerful, 650 horsepower. So to prevent the actual hood being too tall, they cut a big hole in it. And when you look at the engine, which I'm gonna swing around here, when you look at the engine, you can see that this is actually underneath it, the supercharger. And you're looking at, that's how they're gonna help get that extra power. All this beautiful carbon fiber, and what's wonderful is when the hood is down, and you step on the gas, you are gonna have a shaker hood effect, which is really cool. That ties it back to the past. Tom, show them all that carbon fiber on the backside of that hood. Amazing the attention to detail, amazing the performance. You look at Porsches, you look at Ferraris, you look at McLarens, it's gonna take a lot more money to get near the power potential of this car. Let's go ahead and drop down and take a look at these wheels. I really like the style of this wheel. The nice silver works great with the white, the dark interior. I like the huge, massive Brembo brakes. Those are carbon ceramic brake rotors. Those are things that they've been running for years on the supercars. And to be honest with you, this is it. This is a supercar that is within a lot of people's reaches. You're looking at an MSRP of around, depending on dealer admin fees and stuff, around $130,000. But like I said, with that kind of performance, 0 to 60, 2.9 seconds, top speed at 217 miles an hour, it's mind-blowing. Here's another feature I like. Remember how I told you since 1953 they've been making Corvettes? I like how they tie in the features. These side grills here, you look at all the different generations, you're gonna see that tied in, even going back to the C4s and the C3s and the C2s. I like how it's carbon fiber. I like the lower side skirt here, all carbon fiber as we work our way back. And if you've ever wondered, why is it shaped this way? It's not for aerodynamics. Guess what? It's for when you open up the door, you're not gonna kick that part of the lower sill and scuff it all up. So you're not gonna have to worry about that, because these pieces are very pricey, carbon fiber nowadays. So that's why they did that. The one zonk I'm gonna give it, if you got carbon fiber there, you got carbon fiber here, what happened here? Why is this piano black? Take the carbon fiber, bring it into this rear duct here for the brake cooling and whatnot. And that's one thing that's also different. If you haven't been around a Corvette for decades, the gearbox is not attached to the engine anymore. This has a transaxle. So what that means is engine up front, gearbox out back. And you have your choice. You have your automatic in a ZR1 for the first time. Also, you can get that slick shifting 7-speed manual transmission. Let's work our way back. You can see, first time convertible ZR1. I love the tonneau cover. I love the carbon fiber. It really ties in the front and the back of the car. And then to wrap it out back, because it is this wonderful shape, you have this beautiful Carbon fiber rear spoiler, not too high, not too low, just right, gives it aggressive look, and it lets you know that you're in something different than a Z06 or a Grand Sport or a standard Stingray. Let's check out the back. When the 2014, this design came out on the scene, a lot of people were harping about these. They're not round anymore. All right, we got over it. Guess what? They are a little bit round, but they still have that same style and ties it back through the years. I like the rear diffuser, and I think out of all the car companies, the way Corvette really has the quad exhaust in the center, they really hit the nail right on the head. And I'm telling you, with the adaptive exhaust nowadays, what's wonderful is you could start these up, not wake up your kids that are sleeping, and then as soon as you hit the open road, you flip that switch and you can let that V8 sing all 755 horsepower worth. Let's go ahead and check out the interior of this 2019 Corvette ZR1. All right guys, we're inside the 2019 Corvette ZR1 convertible. Let's go ahead and take a look inside this 755 horsepower beast. I love the setup of the interior. I like the materials. Remember, for many years, when it came to materials compared to a Porsche or whatnot, Corvette was lacking. But over the past few years, they've really updated and upgraded all the materials. I love the Alcantara. I love the carbon fiber. Remember, this is called Alcantara not because it's the name of the material, it's the name of the company that produces the material. But I love the shape of the steering wheel. This one does have the 8-speed automatic. That would be personally something that I would change. I would like the 7-speed manual and have that extra clutch pedal. But you can see with the ZR1, they went full bore and put carbon fiber galore everywhere. And I really like with Corvettes how for such a long time they've been driver-centered, driver-focused. You have in the middle there that full LED that's going to light up with your tachometer. And then you have a few analog gauges. Here's something that's really cool if you have never noticed. There's like a little bit of a James Bond feature on this car. If you hit this button here, Tom, you're going to want to show them this one. If you hit this button here, the actual infotainment screen drops, and there's a secret cubby there that's actually lockable. So if you ever, God forbid, go and actually valet this car, or maybe you have a friend or whatnot, you could actually put your wallet, your credit card, whatever there, and lock it up with a key code on the infotainment screen. You have full, obviously, dual climate control. There's our ZR1 badging, and I just love the sea of Alcantara and all the material. Seats are very comfortable, very supportive. They fit you snug, but there's a nice, cush to it to where you could enjoy this and drive it over however many miles you want to. Anyways, if these are the types of cars you like to see on Reddy's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Check out my Facebook, my Instagram, and Twitter pages. All Reddy's Rides original content all the time. We can't forget Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner, getting the awesome shots. Thank you, Tom, for everything, and thank you all. I'll see you all on the next ride.